The last thing you need to know about sig figs is how to calculate with them. When you are calculating with measurements in general, the answer can only be as precise as the least precise measurement. What this means is that your answer in the calculations cannot have more sig figs than your measurements. There are two sets of rules, and I'm just going to go ahead and highlight what these two sets of rules are. We have a set of rules for multiplying and dividing, and we have another set of rules for adding and subtracting. When multiplying and dividing, the answer should have the same number of sig figs as the measurement with the least number of sig figs. Alright, so remember that when you are multiplying or dividing, you are going to count sig figs. When you are adding or subtracting, the answer should have the same number of decimal places as the measurement with the least number of decimal places. Alright, so they really are not too much different, but they do ask you to count different things. Alright, multiplying and dividing, you're counting sig figs. Adding and subtracting, you're counting decimal places. So let's look at the examples here. We're going to use a calculator to do the calculations, and then we're going to round the answer to the correct number of sig figs. Alright, so for number 23, 3.67 inches times 0.400 inches, and my calculator says that it is 1.468. Now we are going to round this according to the sig figs rules. We are multiplying, so we are going to count sig figs. There are 3 sig figs in this first number and 3 sig figs in the second number, so we're going to keep 3 sig figs. This turns out to be 1.47, and the unit is square inches because we are multiplying inches by inches. Okay? Number 24, 788.00 divide by 34.20. And my calculator gave me a really big string of numbers. 23.04093567. Alright? There are 5 sig figs in the top number, and there are 4 sig figs in the bottom number. The least amount is 4, so we are going to round this to 4 sig figs, or 23.04, and the unit is grams over milliliters. Number 25, 30.0 times 22.0 times 18. My calculator says the answer is 11,880. Now we're going to look at the sig figs. We have 3 sig figs, 3 sig figs, and 2 sig figs. So we are going to round this to 2 sig figs. It looks like we are going to round this up to 12,000, and the unit is cubic centimeters. Right? And finally, number 26, we have an addition problem. 0.0165 plus 4.009. And my calculator says 4.0255 is the answer. Now remember, since we are adding this time, we are going to count the decimal places. There are 4 decimal places in the first number and 3 decimal places in the second number. So this will round to 3 decimal places, or 4.026, and the unit is grams.